Touchdown, boom, shakalaka. Oh, eyes on me, I see you watching. Oh, we do what we want to. Oh, it's a zoo when we come through. Oh.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And that's Coit Tower, perched high atop Telegraph Hill here in San Francisco. We're just... And as things...
Hey there, Kevin. Well, we all...
You know what? That humble approach goes a long way, David. Thank you. We have two teams tonight, Doris, with a lot of experience between them. What type of game, in your view, does that typically result in?
Well, typically you see a well-played game, very side, a high level of execution on both the offensive and defensive ends. And sometimes it comes down to the little things. Who wins the 50-50 balls? Who goes to the free throw line more? When you're talking about two high-caliber, experienced teams, it's the little things that make a difference.
Attention to detail. Well said. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, we've got Kevin Love, J.R. Smith out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Larry Nance, and it's Korver in at the 3 slot. And Thompson kicks to Durant. Green with a screen on Korver. Here's Durant. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
Well, Kevin Durant's looking at the defender like, hey, if you're going to give me that, I'm going to take it.
Clarkson against Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Durant's got his second bucket tonight.
If you ever notice Stephen Curry's vision, his eyes are always looking for opportunities to find his teammates.
Clarkson kicks to Nance. Looking for Korver, he gets it there. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Korver's got 5 now.
Boy, too much of a cushion given to him on that jump shot. That's a big-time no-no.
Pass to Cousins. Got a hand on it.
Larry Nance twice on the pipe says no, sir.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Outside for Korver. And Durant sends it back. The 3. And there's Korver on the assist by Love. And it's 8 points for Kyle Korver.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
What I love about Kyle Korver is he consistently does what he does at an incredibly high level. You're talking about one of the great shooters of his generation, and he was a key part of their turnaround from the early struggles they experienced.
Here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
You gotta love the intensity. Cousins going right for the throat and just jamming that one home.
Clarkson with the ball. Nance outside. Takes a 3, and Durant sends it back.
Kevin Durant uses his length so well, and how about the timing to send that rejection back?
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now, here's Clarkson. Nance outside, 4 on the shot clock. That's a 2 from Korver. Korver missing again.
And right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprise. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Draymond Green obviously gives you a lot of things, Doris, but what really jumps out on the stat sheet are the assists he picks up.
Well, I think Draymond Green would tell you that it's helpful to have terrific scorers around you, but what this young guy does have is incredible vision, an unselfish and focused mindset. Draymond Green is an asset to any organization.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Green. Patrick McCaw comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Sexton the pass to Thompson. Dishes to Sexton. The screen from Thompson. Shot to stop the run. The shot by Sexton, no good. Warriors leading by 3. And stolen by Sexton. Zizic kicks to Hill. It's stolen by Livingston. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Bell is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. And the shot is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Sexton dishes to Hill. They set the screen for the 3. And another miss by Cleveland.
A blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
And not just sustaining the lead, they're adding to it.
Right, and this is precisely what you want to build up the lead and keep the pressure on.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers trail by 7. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Clarkson kicks to Nance. And here's Korver from the arc. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Well, this is the specialty of young Mr. Kyle Korver. He has made a living due to the fine shooting skills.
And that one's good. Durant.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The free throw drops for Durant.
And Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 16 points for Kyle Korver.
Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
And that one's good. Durant.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Nance a screen. Korver kicks to Nance. Back to Korver. Shoots it up. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Korver's got 18 points.
Boy, as aggressive as he's been hitting all these shots, they're still behind.
The pass to Durant. Gets it off, and that's not going to go. And so it's Kevin Durant making headline. One of the most demonstrative players in the game, Draymond Green.
That's all defense is. It is effort. It's
Well, and
He just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Well, the assist total is skyrocketing at this point, actively looking to set up their teammates. I'll tell you, love the way they're playing.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. It's Love and Fry, the sharp-shooting big men. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Osman in at the 2 spot. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, D.A., thank you. That savvy little up fake there, fooling the D. And that's 20 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers went to their 4th straight finals last season. To me, nothing short of remarkable. They had to fight their way through an improving Eastern Conference. And the reality is, the Warriors have more talent than everybody else, and that's why they win the NBA Finals.
Clock at 4. Love with the screen for Korver. And here's Fry from the arc. Score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And the Cavaliers were strong, Doris, but ultimately were overmatched by the Warriors.
And think about their journey to the finals, Kevin. In the East, they had 2 series go to 7 games. LeBron James, think about how many years he has played basketball so deep into June. He had played 82 games in the regular season for the first time in his career. And the bottom line was, the Warriors entered the season as the prohibitive favorites and ultimately end up champions.
Warriors leading by 3. Here's Iguodala, and the slam dunk by Iguodala.
I think you can make a strong case that Draymond Green is the best passing 4 in the league. Unreal court vision.
Hill passes to Love. It's back to Hill. Curry with the steal. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Well, give Steph Curry some props for triggering that break. He makes a great defensive play, and it leads to an easy opportunity.
Hill kicks to Fry. Outside Korver. Back to Fry. Outside Korver. 5 on the clock. Love the pass to Korver. 3-pointer. The Cavaliers again can't hit. At 5, and it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. Hill against Curry. Fry dishes to Korver. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
And after that great first quarter from 3-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this a lot. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of everybody's best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Cousins, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Cousins has got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Hill kicks to Sexton. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:48 left in the first half.
You have to admire the activity of Klay Thompson on the defensive end. It seems like he makes it his mission to make life difficult for whoever he's checking.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Sexton. Buries the long-range jumper. Sexton's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Cavs. Thompson passes to Curry. To the middle, here's Cousins, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
The Warriors making a switch here. Durant's checked in. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Nancy's checked in for Zizic. Korver comes in for David Nwaba. Smith checked in for Hill. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Sexton. Got that one up quick. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
There's just a nuance and an understanding to what Steph Curry does. How good is this guy at finding the spot he's looking for?
Clarkson kicks to Korver. To the paint, here's Nance. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, even though Larry Nance doesn't handle it on every possession, you can expect him to be a factor on the defensive end and on the glass.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Jordan Bell's checked in for Green, and McCaw is subbed in for Thompson. Curry attacking over to the wing. Pass to McCaw. The Warriors have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. And that one misses.
Second team foul.
And the second free throw, good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Curry against Clarkson. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Korver from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Korver's got 21 in the game.
Boy, a good screen can make all the difference sometimes. I'm not sure Kevin Love has enough credit for what he does to get his...
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Good evening, everyone. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 20 points, 3 block shots, and 1 rebound. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Nice game. Great performance by Kyle Korver.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know, I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible. Really good judgment on the offensive end.
Down low, it's Green and Cousins. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Warriors' foul.
Boy, KD has become such a feared defender, and there creates off his defense an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Nance a screen. Korver kicks to Clarkson. Back to Korver. Nance a screen on Durant. Here's Clarkson. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. Clarkson's got his first 3 points of the game.
I think one thing you think about when you talk about Steve Kerr is how much he has relished having an opportunity to coach an amazing collection of talent. He knows more perhaps than most that great players are required to be successful. That doesn't mean it's an easy job. You've got to manage expectations year after year.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. It's stolen by Curry, and pushing it up is Golden State Warriors again in transition. And Durant gets it to go, the assist by Curry. 24 points for Kevin Durant. And Doris, you watch Curry, he really has his own distinct coaching style.
How about Kevin? He once said that coaching is 90% creating environment and 10% strategy. Now listen, we know this guy is tremendous with X and O's, but there's something helpful about his sense of humor and his upfront, honest approach.
Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Osman comes in for Kyle Korver. Nice job coming off that screen. Clarkson's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Cavs. Curry against Clarkson. Goes up to the stripe, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
The screen from Thompson. Fires from deep. The Warriors pull it in. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Durant, and it's Livingston in for Curry. Thompson dishes to Livingston. Six on the shot clock. Cousins, the pass to Livingston. Good, and it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Marcus Cousins, really the big final name in free agency last summer to land with the team. And Greg, did he shock the NBA world with his selection?
To take a 1-year deal with the Warriors, nobody saw this coming. It makes sense for Boogie. Time to rehab and then join a contender for the back half of the season. You would think he'll get a much bigger and longer contract offer after this year.
They set the pick. Green kicks to Thompson. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Smith against Iguodala. Smith the pass to Thompson. Back to Smith. Another 3 for Cleveland.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here is Livingston. Kicks it to Thompson. Back to Livingston. Green, the screen. Pass to Cousins. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Cousins has got 10 points.
If he's not a sure thing in the paint, Cousins is pretty close.
Clarkson passes to Smith. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Doris, statistically, today's game is picked apart by so many different ways. But for you, what are the statistical areas that you are most interested in?
Well, I think one of the things that can be undervalued, particularly from the defensive side of the ball, are things like deflections or charges taken or even shots contested. And I say those things, Kevin, because deflections force an offense to restart. Charges taken gets a possession for your team. And shots contested affects, obviously, the field goal percentage of the team you're guarding. So it's all of those little defensive stats that you really have to track and be monitoring to understand the value that they have on winning.
Very interesting.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Iguodala. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got 4 assists in the game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
56 seconds left in the third. Now Clarkson, 6 points for him. Korver kicks to Nance. Just 5 on the clock. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Warriors leading by 11. Shot from 12. McCaw. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's a pick by Love. Outside Korver. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Korver's got 23.
Boy, you can't pin their struggles today on him. He's been on fire from the field.
Here's McCaw. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
That's a jump ball. And it's the Warriors with the ball. 3 seconds left. Misses.
Well, this is what you get from Larry Nance Jr. He's willing to fight and contest shots.
And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Teron.
Hey, we okay? Just one basket at a time.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Sexton, Zizic out there with Channing Frye. And there's Hill, and it's Nwaba in at the 3 spot.
Kevin, I don't know that there's another guy in the league that would even think about it from that distance. It's uncanny how comfortable he is from that kind of range. Steph Curry doing work.
Trains the 3-pointer.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Cousins throws it down.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
There's the pick. Here's Sexton. Misses the 3.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Curry's shot is good.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
From past the arc, Sexton's shot is good.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Warriors with some changes. Green comes in for Jordan Bell. And it's Klay Thompson in for Patrick McCaw.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Korver, no luck.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
Thompson outside. There's the pick. He kicks it to Durant. Shoots over Korver.
That's great to see Kyle Korver be aggressive on the defensive end. Got to use your height and positioning.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. On the wing, Korver. Stolen by Durant. Here's Curry. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
The finish. And then Durant with the jam.
Absolutely no mercy right now from Kevin Durant in transition. Those long strides, that's an easy bucket.
Clarkson. Outside for Korver. But they recover it. Over Durant. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Curry against Clarkson. Stolen by Thompson. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Well, that's where you see the IQ of Klay Thompson, a step ahead of everyone else. A beautiful delivery.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Curry kicks to Green. And Green slams it in.
Well, Draymond Green has the ability to put the ball on the deck. With the size and speed combined, look out.
Here's Korver for three, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. They double-team Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green, the screen, and another 3 for Golden State.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
You're just assuming at this point every shot he takes, it's going to go in. What a shooting performance.
Korver, good.
It's your job as a defender to be in Kyle Korver's shooting space if you're going to contest. Any separation off the pick and you're toast.
Warriors leading by 23. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Some changes for Golden State. Bell is checked in for Cousins. Patrick McCaw comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Curry. McCaw kicks to Thompson. Shoots a fader. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kevin Durant.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot in his area and sent a few back.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved. And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA. Well, think about Sean Livingston. He seemed to be ahead of the curve from day one. Here's a man who could walk at 7 months. Or maybe I should say baby who could walk at 7 months. He was reading by the age of 3, playing basketball by the age of 6. Kind of a prodigy, guys.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Outside Korver. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Right. Frustrating for sure, Greg. I don't think they'll be able to mount a comeback at this point.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
2 shots. He hits the second from the line. 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered by Livingston. And here's Clarkson. Right side Korver. Over Thompson. Misses there. So we see the Warriors taking the game here.